28 families walked through that shelter. 28 families stopped at his kennel, looked at the tag, 200 pounds, English Mastiff, surrendered twice, and kept walking. The shelter had been trying to place him for 14 months. Then Jessica Moore walked in, number 29. 8 months pregnant, no business adopting a 200-pound dog, and absolutely no intention of leaving without him. What happened inside her house at 3:17 a.m. 7 months later proved that 28 families made the worst decision of their lives. 28 families walked through that shelter door. 28 families stopped at his kennel, looked at the number on his tag, 200 pounds, English Mastiff, surrendered twice, and kept walking. Some of them picked up speed. Jessica Moore was number 29. She was 26 years old, 8 months pregnant, and had no business adopting a 200-pound dog. That is what her mother said. That is what her doctor said. That is what the shelter coordinator said when Jessica stopped at Kennel 7 and did not move for 11 minutes. Bear looked at her from the back of the kennel. He did not come forward. He did not wag. He just watched her with those slow, dark eyes, the kind of eyes that have stopped expecting things. "How long has he been here?" Jessica asked. 14 months, the coordinator said. 14 months. We've run out of options. Jessica signed the papers that afternoon. Bear was 3 years old and weighed 203 pounds when he came home. He had been surrendered the first time when his original owner lost his house, not abandoned out of cruelty, just circumstance. The second family lasted 4 months before deciding he was too much, too big, too expensive, too present. He ate 7 pounds of food a day. His drool radius was roughly 18 inches in every direction. He took up the entire back seat of Jessica's SUV and stared out the window the whole drive home like he was memorizing the route in case he needed to find his own way back. He did not know yet that this time was different. The first weeks were careful. Bear moved slowly, deliberately, like he was trying not to take up too much space. He slept near the back door. He ate when the room was quiet. He did not ask for attention. He had stopped doing that somewhere around month 4 of his second home. The version of Bear that arrived was a dog who had learned, through 14 months of waiting and 2 families who left, that wanting things was a risk not worth taking. He had made himself very small on the inside, which at 203 pounds was the only place he could. Jessica noticed it on the 3rd day, the way he angled himself against walls, the way he flinched at sudden noise, the way he watched doors like he was always half expecting someone to say, "Not this one." But then Nora arrived. Jessica brought her home on a Tuesday morning, 8 days after delivery. Bear was at the front door when they walked in, not blocking it, not jumping, just standing there, completely still, watching the car seat with an expression Jessica later described as the most serious she had ever seen on a dog's face. She set the carrier down on the living room floor. Bear approached slowly. 3 steps, stop. 2 steps, stop, until his enormous nose was 3 inches from the carrier mesh. He inhaled once, long and deliberate. Then he sat down. He did not move for 40 minutes. That is when Jessica stopped worrying. You are still watching but have not subscribed yet. That stings a little. Hit subscribe. This story is not over. English Mastiffs were bred for one purpose: to stay between their family and whatever was coming. Roman legions brought them to Britain over 2,000 years ago. Medieval lords used them to guard estates through the night. A fully grown male generates over 550 pounds of bite force, more than a lion. But what those same Romans and lords discovered, and what every Mastiff owner since has confirmed, is that behind all that force is a dog with an almost architectural sense of duty. They do not protect because they are told, they protect because they have decided, quietly and completely, that something is worth protecting. It is not training. It is not instinct in the simple sense. It's a choice, made once, made fully, and never taken back. Bear had made his choice the moment he smelled Nora through that carrier mesh. By the time Nora was 3 months old, a pattern had formed. Bear slept outside her nursery door every night. Not asked, not trained, just there. When she cried, he was on his feet before Jessica was fully awake. When strangers came to the house, he positioned himself between them and the baby without a sound. Jessica's neighbor reached toward Nora's stroller one afternoon, and Bear moved, not aggressively, just suddenly, one step forward, his body between the neighbor's hand and the stroller, eyes calm and absolute. He never growled. He never needed to. His presence alone was the message, delivered in 203 pounds of quiet certainty. Jessica watched it happen and felt something she had not expected. Not fear, not embarrassment, relief. He didn't growl, she told her husband that night. He just stood there, and the neighbors stepped back. Then came the night of March 4th, 3:17 a.m. Jessica was asleep. Nora was asleep. The house was quiet. Bear had been still for hours. Then he was not. A sound Jessica had never heard before. Not a bark, not a whine, something lower and more urgent. A sound that seemed to come from somewhere very old, pulled her out of sleep before she understood why she was awake. She was in the hallway before she was fully conscious. She found Bear at the nursery door, pressed against it, that sound still vibrating deep in his chest. She pushed the door open. Nora's breathing was wrong, fast and shallow, with a catch in it that made Jessica's stomach drop. She picked her up. The catch got worse. They were in the car in 4 minutes. The ER doctor used the word croup, a respiratory condition in infants that tightens the airway and can escalate fast without intervention. He said they had caught it early. Another 30 minutes and the outcome could have been very different. He asked what made them come in at 3 in the morning. Jessica said the dog woke her. The doctor set his pen down. "They hear things we don't," he said quietly. "They always have." When they got home at 6:49 a.m., Bear was still at the nursery door. He had not moved in over 3 hours. Jessica sat down next to him on the hallway floor, still in her coat, and put her head against his side. He leaned into her, all 203 pounds of him, and let out one long breath. They stayed like that for a while. The house was quiet again, but a different kind of quiet now, the kind that comes after something has been decided. 28 families walked away from him, left him standing at the back of that kennel for 14 months with those slow, patient eyes and no expectation of anything. He just needed to find the right one, the family worth protecting. Trust your dog. When they tell you something is wrong, they are not guessing. They are not being dramatic. They are using every sense they have to reach you in the only language they have. Listen, they have been doing this for thousands of years. Would you have been number 29? Or would 200 pounds and 14 months in a shelter have been too much? Tell me in the comments.